What's up, guys? We're back. Audio issues figured out, and we are back and ready to get this thing rolling. What's up, CJ? So here we go, guys. We're gonna dive right into this, and just like the title says, this is Brady Watch 2020. Starting off with episode 1. We're gonna get right to it, JD. So you got some articles and you got some stuff that you wanted to run by me and get my thoughts on it, and so let's bring
Let's
that up and let's bring
oh
that
yeah.
up and we'll kind of just dive right into it.
Let's
So
start with the fact that the Patriots are in fact willing. It's not like Joe Montana being pushed out of San Francisco. The Patriots are reportedly willing to pay Tom Brady $30 million per year, according to Boston.com. NFL Network
yeah,
insider Ian Rat. This is by Matthew Dougherty. They're all reporting that this is an actual fact. This is Ian Rappaport reporting this. So, what is your
yeah.
reaction
So
to
it's
the
not like
fact
it's a
that he's not
nobody.
even? Yeah, it's not nobody. What's your reaction to the fact that he is considering other offers, despite the fact that New England is willing to pay him a significant salary?
Well, it's I mean I can't say in certain ways like I can't say I don't blame him. He's taken the hometown discount for so long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's taken the hometown discount for 18, 19, 18 seasons now, and I think it's finally coming to a head where he's at this time in his career he's finally kind of put his foot down and said, pay me. Like, I've won you 6 Super Bowls. We've been to 9. So it's like I really, what I mean, I really don't.
Is 35 or 30 or $35 million a year, is that not enough?
That's to well see I have trouble paying a 42 going to be 43-year-old quarterback over $30 million. That's where I draw the line. That's a lot. If it was like 28, if it was 28, 29, I might be able to stomach it a little bit, but over 30 for somebody that old, you're only going to get them for like 2 years. It's tough.
Sounds like he wants $40 million a year.
You're in a really tough spot if you're the Pats right now, because Robert Kraft has said that he's willing to he said it. He's willing to let Brady go to free agency and test the market. They're and that basically, I mean, JD, what does that tell you? To me, that says they really are having a hard time with paying him what he's asking for.
Well, I'm curious. What I was curious about actually is it says right here that the Pats are willing to pay what he wants contract wise, but he mentioned that money alone may not be enough to keep him. So what I'm curious is if do they need like to trade for an asset in order to keep Brady? Do they need to get like an AJ, a tight end, a solid tight end in there to keep Brady, to keep him interested in staying there? Is it about the $30 million, or is it like, all right, well, if I'm going to stay, you're going to pay me 40 because you guys suck at getting assets? Is that what it's about? That's what I'm kind of sensing.
I think it's a combination of both, because I think he's a little cheesed off that he had nothing to work with last year. I think he's a little pissed off that he had nothing to work with last year, and they did as good as they did. They did as good as they did because because he is who he, even though he had kind of a down year, he is who he is, and he pushes people to be better, and he's always, how he is on the
That
field.
defense
He's a competitor.
was decent, and yeah, exactly. And Brady he kept him relevant.
The defense kept him there. You saw what happened when the defense ran into some real competition, JD.
Oh yeah, like they were not ready for it, and also there was nothing over the top for Brady. Everybody can blame Brady for the playoff loss all they want, like they did originally, but who does he have to throw to? Every time he tries to get the ball into Edelman or anyone else, it's always in triple coverage. Or
you saw what they did to Julian. Everybody's game plan, all those good teams' game plan, JD. What was it? double Julian and
They
make
cover the
Tom
middle
beat
of
you.
the field.
Yeah, it was double Edelman and make Tom beat you with somebody else because he didn't have anybody else. Make him beat you with somebody else. I mean, we saw flashes with N'Keal Harry, but and so here's what I think on the Brady thing, JD. Right? Here's what I think there. He carries a $13 million cap hit, right?
Yeah.
So even if he leaves, it's 13. They have to pay him $13 million, right? So he's asking for what? 30, you know what I mean? He's probably
30
asking for
now.
30.
You might as well give him 40. It
Well,
sounds like he's asking for 35,
so here's the
maybe
thing.
40.
Yeah, he's probably asking for 35 or 37, somewhere around. He's probably asking somewhere 35, 37, somewhere around there, right? Somewhere in that neighborhood,
Yeah.
Like you might, and what's a good quarterbacks going for nowadays are like 29. You know what I mean?
Well,
20, 20.
the CBA just is about to change, and it's rumored to add $100 million in the cap space. So $40 million will not seem like much, and Tom knows that, and I think Dak knows that. So that's probably what they're
But see,
planning for.
that's what I'm getting at, right? So they have to pay him 13 regardless, right?
You might as well cash out for him.
And if a good quarterback is making 27 to 29 million, an above average to solid good quarterbacks making 27 to 29, like
I'd make him
add
feel
like,
special. Give him 80 for 2 years.
but but this is what I'm getting at, right? You already have to pay him 13, so you might as well make up that. I mean, it's 20 million, say he wants 35, that's 20 million more. So you'd have to pay a good, you would have to pay a solid guy 25 to 27 anyways. So it's like, why would
Exactly.
you
With the new
not?
CBA, Andy Dalton will want like $35 million anyway.
But that's what I mean. So you're going to have to pay a guy regardless. So you might as well you would actually, by signing him, you might actually save,
In the long run, yeah, and you can draft a guy early, and that's the thing. If they're not going to get anyone for him, then you might as well give. If you're not going to get like somebody like an offensive asset for him, then you might as well give him a bunch of money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't make any sense for them to just save money at this point. Make him feel like special, man. Like if he really wants big cash one time, give him $80 million for 2 years. And you know what? If 2 years he's done and your rookie quarterback is halfway ready, you can just say, you know what, Brady, if you want to play anymore, get out of here. You're done. Like, we're not going to pay you anymore. You got your big contract. Then that's it. He can never say that you underpaid him after that if you give him 80 million.
No, I 100% agree. I just Boswell in the chat says that it's Bill. It is Bill. Bill doesn't want to pay him. Bill does not want to pay him.
He's not drafting well either. He hasn't drafted a good offensive asset since like Gronk.
No, they were going over this the other day. They were going over this the other day, JD, in Boston. On the radio that his draft the last like 5 years, 4 years
Shit.
has not been that great.
How can you blame Tom for that?
No. So here's the thing: Bill is good in rounds 2, 3, and 4. The first round picks he's had the last couple of years have not panned out. So it's like,
or Aaron Hernandez.
It's Eric. We'll get to that in later. We're gonna kind of get to that later on. Yeah, he said, where do you think Brady will end up if he leaves the Pats?
I kind of want to answer Michael Brammer's question really quick. What you think the Pats record will be next year? Now I want to ask Michael.
11. I'm gonna
with or without
11
Brady.
win.
With or without Brady, though. That's my question. So
well,
I'll answer the question.
All right, go. So you go first. Go ahead. Go first.
No, I mean, I was going to say I'll answer the question after Michael tells me with or without Brady. I mean, okay, with Brady, I think you're right, 11-5 probably. Without him, 8-8 maybe.
They're still going to get they'll still probably get 9 wins without him.
Right, or yeah, maybe 9. They might win the division. They could
9
probably
wins without
compete
him
for the division
because it's in a super weak division.
unless the Bills just ball.
JD, we play the NFC West this year, so we play Seattle, we play San Francisco.
That'll be rough.
The Patriots have the NFC West this year.
Yeah, they might. That's why I could see 8-8 if you don't got Brady. And even if you do have Brady, it could be rough sledding if you don't get an offensive asset. Brady's a guy who needs, especially in his old age, he needs someone over the top, because otherwise his arm, because he does have arm talent, he has great downfield accuracy. His arm talent is wasted if you don't have a guy who can kind of break a receiver, because he's not going to fit the ball in. He doesn't have a rocket arm anymore, but he is hella accurate. So he needs someone to spread the field a little bit.
Like Brady 18 yards and in, Brady can throw the ball hard enough to fit it in a tight window.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're stretching it past 25, 25 yards, he's but JD, he's never been known to throw, he throws the deep ball out of necessity.
Yes.
He throws it out of necessity.
He does it to like open up the run game. He's like, I'll make him respect my deep ball. And if you don't have someone over the top to help with that, it makes it hard for him.
But he couldn't even do that this year because he had nobody. They better hope that N'Keal Harry works out and develops into what they hope he can be.
Get hurt,
or they're gonna be up a creek. You know what I mean? They'll be up a creek if they don't. Some of these guys that don't pan out. But so let's get back at it. So back on
So I'll ask you guys in the chat. What do you think Brady's worth to the Patriots, money wise?
I would be comfortable going up to 28.5, 29.
That's it.
28,
okay.
Probably 28. Probably 28. 28 to 28.5. I think I would.
So you're not comfortable with the $30 million that they are offering him now? You don't like
30 is a lot. He's going to be 43.
Even with the added salary cap. But even with the added salary cap, because $35 million tomorrow is going to be like 25 today. You know what I mean? Like with the added money.
I would be comfortable 28, 29. That 30 or 32.
So age is a big factor for you.
I don't know, man. It's just that he's 43.
OG Boswell says 30 plus. So he agrees with the Patriots.
You're literally pushing all your chips in. You know what I mean? If you pay him 30 plus.
Right. Elias says Brady should try to
You're pushing all your chips in. Here's my thing. If you're asking me if they pay him 30 plus, like let's say they pay him 35 and they cave and they give him what he wants, then they better win the Super Bowl. They better win the Super Bowl. If you're paying them that much and they don't win the Super Bowl, then you just wasted 2 years.
You remember in 2012 or 13 or whatever when Kobe was like 33? I think he had just no, he's probably like 36. He had just torn his Achilles, and he wanted like $25 million a year, which was the most money that anyone had, or it was about the most that anyone had at the time. And they gave it to him because he had just won 2 titles back to back. I think Brady's saying, well, I won 6 titles for you guys, so you're going to pay me for those 6 titles now, as opposed to, and I don't know, like you're not comfortable with it. You like the Patriot way. A lot of teams would do it, but that's not Bill Belichick's style. It's not. The next article I want to bring up as we transition to this is that this is the number 1 team right now that's rumored has the most noise, in my opinion, and that's the Raiders. The Raiders are going after him. The Raiders are going after him, boys. So what is your reaction to the Raiders going after him? I guess I pulled that up for you, so you can bring that on whenever.
You want me to pull? All right, I got you. Ready?
Yeah,
so let's bring this up. Sorry. So the Raiders, right? You said the Raiders going after him.
They're going after him. It says Las Vegas is ready to compete for Brady. The latest rumors swirling around a contract offer for Brady.
So
They're going to pay for him.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
Finish it up.
They're matching. They said they'll match Brady's 2 years, $60 million, but I'm sure they could go even higher. What do you make of them going after him with the fact that I have my own take, the fact that they have Derek Carr already on a good contract for like 25 mil?
Well, so here's the thing, JD. They just built a massive stadium in Vegas, right? And they're looking to put asses in seats. And they need to make a splash they need to make a move and a splash like that to
He has the number one tickets jersey sales. Brady does in the league.
That's what I mean. So they have to make it we'll lay out a few reasons. Obviously he's going to put asses in seats to help pay for the stadium and pay for all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But my only so you go from Derek Carr, who's 12 years younger than Brady. You know what I mean? 10 years,
exactly.
10 or 12 years younger than him, and still a solid
70% completion last year. 70.
That's
Only
what I mean. He's still a solid quarterback. It's kind of like the Dallas Cowboys thing. Why would they get rid of a young quarterback like that? Why would in the same situation? What that's what I mean. All this Dallas crap is crap. Why would you get rid of a younger quarterback that's showing promise to sign,
especially with the salary cap?
You're giving changing. Up. You're giving up Derek Carr, who has
Dak money.
But you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. The only way that they would make a move like that is the biggest reason for me is just to make a splash and to try and create buzz around the team and to get people into the stadium and to kind of try and build a fan base. But you're going to have to get Tom to go there. You're going to have to pay him an astronomical amount of money. I mean, I'm talking 100, 3 at 100.
You think he wants 100 mil? He might, honestly. Elias says he's from Vegas. How would you like to see Brady in Vegas, Elias?
So here's my thing, right? Think about it. 3 at 100 with 70 guaranteed. That would probably get him there.
70 guaranteed. Yeah, I could totally see him wanting 70 guaranteed.
70 and the fact that guaranteed. Yeah, 70 or 75 guaranteed and 100 total. That would take him there. That would put him there.
Put him in Vegas, you said? But why would the Raiders want to do that? That's my question. Why would they want to do that for just besides tickets? Isn't that Mark Davis talking as opposed to John Gruden? Because I've actually heard that. I have a video on my channel, and I'll comment here if you guys want to check it out. But not right. But my point is that Derek Carr just signed a contract not even 2 years ago, and your quarterback cap, despite the fact that it's going up, it'll still be if you said 70 million guaranteed, you're basically paying 50 million plus for quarterbacks per year, unless you trade Derek Carr. Would you really do that? Would you trade a young quarterback like that with a good contract like that? It just seems like complete lunacy.
The Raiders owner is stupid enough to do that.
Do you think that's just him talking to the media?
JD, we know you. I mean, the guy is eccentric. You know what I mean? So that's a different aspect to this is that owner is crazy enough to make that offer. 100 mil for 375. He's crazy enough to do that.
CJ Mill City is we are going to get to that next, actually. The Dallas talk. Don't worry. We got all this. This is Brady Watch. We're going to bring up all the rumors, every little thing. This is, you tuned into the right show for this. Right here, but for staying on the Raiders though, let's say he does go to the Raiders. Let's say they pay him the money. Let's say they get rid of Chicago. We'll take him. I have a video about that, but regardless, so So trade him to Chicago. This is my fantasy. I would obviously love that. So we get Carr for very cheap, and the salary cap goes up. We spend a bunch on offensive weapons and defense, and the Bears are awesome. So then Brady goes to Las Vegas. Who does he have besides Josh Jacobs? Who does he have like offensively?
I know the running game. The running game is there. The receiver core is questionable.
And maybe the line is okay. It's not the greatest line, but it's not bad. But like, okay, it's just you and John Gruden against the world. Is that what it is? Because I feel like that's too many. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many hands on the wheel. You know what I mean?
Yep.
John Gruden's gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and Brady will be like, "Go fuck yourself." I'm Tom Brady, and he has every right to say, "Go fuck yourself." I'm Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So I think he should go to like the Titans, but we'll talk about that in a second. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
I have an interesting scenario built up for if we ever get to the Chargers.
Darren Waller. Okay, Connor Burke, you're right. Tyrell Williams. Tyrell Williams is all right. I think he could be something, especially with Brady. He says a great offensive line. Okay, they're above average. I'll give you that.
The Raiders' O line is pretty good.
And I like Darren Waller too. So they're better. Okay, I'll give you this. With Las Vegas. They are better than the Patriots offense right now, but their defense is not as good as the Patriots defense. So is that really a better option for Brady to get another Super Bowl? Elias says, I don't think Brady is going to go to the Raiders. Would you want him to go to the Raiders? Like, would you like to see that since you live in Las Vegas? I'm curious about that. Is that something you'd go out and see? I can bring up the next article though, since we pretty much covered all the not Oakland. I want to say Oakland every time. Points.
L.A. Raiders or the Vegas Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders were soon to be. But so to me, JD, I mean, I don't like. So just in closing for Vegas, to me, it's a flash move. It's a flashy splash. Home run type of move to get people into the new stadium to create buzz. That's why the Raiders would make that move. That's why they would make that move. And Elias just said he would go see Brady in Vegas.
Is it smart? Is it smart for Brady to win do you think that they could even win a Super Bowl, Bobby? Do you think that they could with Brady? And would you even root for that? Yeah, the Raiders. Let's say they get Brady. What are their chances to win a Super Bowl?
I'm a Brady fan. So if Brady does end up leaving, I will root for him wherever he goes.
Michael Brammer says, what if Brady went to the Panthers? I haven't seen that article, but I will look for it in a second.
Ooh, that's
this next article I want to pull up.
Yeah, but the Panthers O-line is terrible, isn't it?
I think it has eroded. I think it's because they lost Ryan Khalil, I think, and then a couple other guys. I don't remember everyone they lost exactly, but yeah. The Panthers, I heard they're going to get Jordan Love, but that's it's possible. Tom Brady to the Panthers. I only see like one thing about that, but it's possible. You never know.
There's
Connor Burke says. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
In my mind, there's only two teams that he's realistically thinking about going to.
Who's that?
It's going to come down to the Chargers. The three, because the Pats are still going to be in play. It's the Patriots, the Chargers, and the Titans.
Okay, all right. I like those three. Why the Chargers? But before we move on to the next article, why the Chargers?
Just LA, the area. You know what I mean? He's got you add in Giselle, Super G. You add in her like wants and needs as whatever, because you just have to throw that in there because she's Giselle Bundchen, So
yeah, that's why I want to live there.
She's probably been begging Tom to get out of the cold forever,
Yeah.
So and Tom and her could build their brands in Los Angeles, which is let's be honest, LA is a bigger market than Boston.
He did just do a new Hulu commercial. It was pretty funny. I liked it. He would probably do a lot more commercials if he was in LA for sure. Let's see. We got Connor Burke says no matter where Brady goes, I don't think he wins a Super Bowl. Do you agree with that?
It depends on the team. the Chargers probably won't. They probably won't win. The Chargers D needs a lot of work. The offense is okay. Their offensive line is okay. They're the tight. They have two. They have a good tight end in Henry, which they'll probably franchise and keep. To keep him away from other
They have
teams.
great running backs.
That's what I mean. So they have incredible running backs. They have, a solid tight end in Hunter Henry, which he's been missing out on. A decent
Kellen
offensive
Moore,
line.
or what's his name? They have wide receivers. Keenan Allen.
That's what I mean. Keenan Allen, and then they have
Mike Williams.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got a guy who can take the top off with Keenan Allen. It's there. The elements are there. They would have to draft defense, in my opinion, to get him, to get him a solid D that could go with the offense. Now, here's a scenario for you, JD. How about this for fantasy? How about this for fantasy book? And I want to get your thoughts on this one, right? So, what if McDaniels and Brady went to the Chargers, right? The Chargers fire their head coach. McDaniels and Brady go to the Chargers, right?
Okay.
In a package deal.
Package deal.
In a package deal. The Patriots get the 6th overall pick from the Chargers. Right? You following?
Yeah, totally.
And a first round for next year. Right?
Damn, and a first round for next year.
Or for the year after, you know what I mean? So the 2022, right? They trade those 2 picks to the Bengals for the 1st overall pick and take Burrow.
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy. Would you do all of that? One, I don't know if the Chargers would give 2 first-round picks for Brady and McDaniels, but maybe 1 and a couple other picks I could see. And 2, I don't know if you do all that for Joe Burrow. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if Burrow is like that transcendent talent. Honestly, you could swing
if they believe
Tua.
in him that much. If they believed in him that much.
Yeah, if they do believe in him that much, I think it's possible. It's definitely possible.
But so there's the reasoning for the Chargers. There's there's the atmosphere, the brand. They'll be able to build their brand, and they have a solid tight end, a decent offensive line. They have receivers, and they have 2 phenomenal running backs. So it's the pieces are there. The pieces are there. They would have to draft defense for sure. They would have to draft D and build the defense around him.
I gotta even say, my Twitter buddy Justin Jackson, man, I've seen him. We always tweet each other and stuff, and he's a hell of a running back too, and he's a 3rd string. So yeah, they're running. Brady would never have a bad running back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So it's like the talent and the pieces are there in San Diego. They just need to bring it all together,
Yeah, I mean, in going from Rivers to Brady, I don't know how much that changes, but I do want to address the rumors, and I already have it pulled up on the tab for you.
You want me to get it? I'll get it.
Yeah, if you're ready. I was going to say I do want to address the rumors. It's not really rumors. This is what I've noticed with the sports media. Whenever the Lakers want something, all of a sudden there's a bunch of articles about it. Whenever the Cowboys want something, there's a bunch of articles about it. Whenever the Yankees want something,
flood it. Yeah.
Yeah, they basically try to speak it into existence, is what I think is happening with the Dallas Cowboys right now. Tom Brady and Jerry Jones teaming up with the Cowboys. They're talking about it in Dallas. Of course they are. Stephen Jones basically, I'll just skip to this part. Stephen Jones went on Stephen W. Dennis, which I'm not sure what that is. It's like an ESPN show. And he joked about calling Tom Brady, quote, not even a thought. We're so all in on Dak. So he's basically saying they love Dak and stuff, but yet joked about it. And so is Michael Irvin. And I see it all over the place. What could Brady do with Zeke Elliott and the Cowboys defense? What do you think he could do with that offensive line?
Well, I think if you plug a quarterback like that in there that can throw accurately and that can You know what Brady's also good at too is he throws guys open. You know,
Yes, he does. He throws
so
guys open,
so
and he's
that
very
would
smart
help.
about
That would help
methodical.
like that would help like Randall Cobb. You know, if he can throw Randall Cobb open, um, that would I mean that would open things up in the middle of the field. That would and then once you open things up in the middle of the field, and they have to respect, that 15 yard and in area. It's I mean think about like Amari Cooper for 20, streaking down this, just being able to hit guys like Cooper and Gallup and stuff like that. It's the
He would
what
have
like
way more weapons than in New England, and his line
like
would
I
probably
said,
be a
dude,
little bit better.
like I said, the weapons are there. I don't see them. I really don't see the Cowboys.
Moving off a deck.
Yeah, like I don't see them doing that. They've invested so much time and so much effort in Prescott. Like, why would you just all of a sudden just back all that? Like, what? It doesn't make sense. Like, what you to just back all that off just doesn't make sense.
And Dak has the leverage too. He really does. He could go to another team and earn plenty of money. He could probably earn $200 million quarterback or a $200 million deal over 6 years from any team, honestly. And that's just the new CBA. That's not even saying he's worth that much. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he isn't even worth 20 million." Well, I mean, you gotta rethink what you know about the salary cap because they're adding $100 million to it. So it's
Yeah,
$40 million is the new $22 million. Like for real, it's a good deal. If you can get Mahomes for under 50, then you got a bargain. I'm sure the Chiefs are trying to do that right now.
come on, Elias. Brady isn't going to Cleveland.
I saw that. Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't think he would go to Cleveland just because. I mean, he could go there
Brady,
just to piss off Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick hates Cleveland. I could see that.
we like we've talked about it, JD. Like wherever he goes, they need to have weapons in place, and by putting him in at quarterback, you win a Super Bowl. That is where those are the teams that he is going to want to go to. He's not going to want to work with a bunch of young, like he's not going to want to have to build. No, it's
He
you
wants weapons.
plug and play.
That's
That's
why
what
he
he
loved
wants.
Antonio Brown. That's why he loved Antonio Brown and why he was so pissed off,
That he let,
reportedly,
yeah,
that he even
yeah,
blew up. Yeah, that he couldn't contain himself because Brady needs a guy like that. He needs a guy to just. I mean, in his old age, he does. Like Brady could probably turn a lot of guys. When he was like 35, he could probably turn coal into gold really fast. But nowadays,
it's getting
he
harder and
needs
harder to
help,
do that.
man. He needs guys to. It's enough. He's getting older. It is what it is. It happens to everyone. But he wants the respect. That's what the money's about. He doesn't want people to say that he didn't get money. That's really what it is. He doesn't want people to say, well, the reason why you won all the Super Bowls is because you took less money. You know what I mean? To win. That's really what he's trying to shake, the stigma. I think, at least. I don't get why he wouldn't take less money in his old age. But yeah, the Cowboys, I don't see it happening. I think that this is
No,
just Cowboys Nation trying to speak this into existence,
it's more
which is
like
silly,
fantasy book.
which
It's
isn't
more like
smart.
fantasy booking than anything.
I mean, yeah, and it's the whole. He said Brady to the DC Defenders. That's funny. Hey, he would turn them around for sure.
He
Yeah, I
would
just don't
dominate
see
the
it.
whole league.
He would dominate that league for sure. I just don't see them moving off Prescott either, and I has a lot more. He has a lot more leverage than people realize. Because how are the Cowboys? This is a really good offseason for quarterbacks, for free agent quarterbacks. But in all reality, are you really going to get a guy like Dak who's like 26, 27 years old in the prime of his life? He turns 27 soon. Uh, who can play, who's getting better every year too. That's the thing. He's getting better. It's not like he's getting worse. Every single year he's been in the league, he's gotten better. So if as long as that's the trend, you can pay the guy. Now, do I think he's worth $40 million a year? In the old standard, absolutely not. If this were the old CBA, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
But in the new
He,
CBA,
he's worth 30
yeah,
though. He's worth 28 or 30.
in the old CBA, yeah, you could say he's like 28, 30. That's what I'd put him at.
That's what
He
I
said
mean.
that,
I would feel confident paying him 28 or 30. I think he's worth it. He's shown steady improvement every year. He's grown as the one thing that I think Prescott's needs to learn how to do is to make the responsible throw or just throw it out of bounds. That's what he's got to learn how to do.
yeah, and just
Sometimes the safest thing is just to either check it down or throw it out of bounds. Like sometimes he tries to do too much and it hurts him. You know what I mean?
yeah, like hold on to the ball too long a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Yeah,
But
especially on the road.
with,
I've noticed on the road he does that a lot more than at home.
that comes with, but I mean, hopefully that'll come with time and learning that like I'm just gonna throw it away and move on to the next down. It's like sometimes sometimes the defense just has your number and there's nowhere to go with it.
I am curious to see how he responds to the coaching change. I don't think it'll get worse, especially since they kept Kellen Moore. I don't think it'll get worse, but I think it will look different. I think he's going to look like a different quarterback. I hope it's better and not worse for his sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of leverage with Prescott because, for instance, the Bears would pay him $200 million because they're a win now team. There's like 4 or 5 win now teams that would pay him $200 million. So the Cowboys, they should probably just cave.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right. So who's up next, JD? Who's up next?
Yeah, the Cowboys weren't as lucrative, I suppose. This is the most okay. Here's the most interesting team. I'm going to pull it up. In my opinion, at least. So, and this article says that this isn't the case. So the big lead, which is Jason McIntyre's, if you don't know who that is, he's just a famous. So, new Tom Brady rumors emerges, and the Titans aren't part of it. So a lot of people have been saying because Mike Vrabel is the head coach of the Titans, and the Titans have a solid defense, an aggressive defense, and a really good running game with Derrick Henry and a really good offensive line. And they have Alex Brown, a young wide receiver. They're probably going to get more people. They have, I believe they still have a good Walker is still a good tight end. Anyway, so it says earlier this week we told you that the Titans are the favorites and the best fit for the 6-time Super Bowl quarterback, Tom Brady. The 3 frontrunners to sign him are the Chargers, Raiders, and Buccaneers, which we'll talk about the Buccaneers later. We'll definitely talk about that. But they're basically suggesting that the Titans will probably go with Bridgewater, Tannehill, somebody else before Brady. What is your reaction to that? And do you think, like I think, that this would be a perfect fit? If he decided to go to the Titans, it would be perfect. That's what I believe.
Out of all the teams that are on that list, they're one, they have the money.
And he has a relationship with Mike Vrabel. They've won championships together. And Mike Vrabel, I believe, was part of the 19 or 18-1 team, 2007. Am I right about that? Mike Vrabel was the tight end / linebacker.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
So,
no, they're still good friends. Like still good friends to this day.
I would imagine,
like,
yeah.
And not only that, they have the Titans have Patriots front office guys too. Like they got some front office guys from the Pats as well. I think there's like 2 of them. There's 2 of the Titans front office people that know Brady very, very well. And in my opinion, it's their dude. They were this close. They were
the Chiefs where they wanted them.
They were 30 minutes away from the Super Bowl and couldn't close it out. They couldn't close the game out.
The last guy to win a playoff duel with Patrick Mahomes was who?
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
But think about it, right? You have Brady on the field, audibling and basically being the general on the field. That could have been, they somebody put this out there. They said trade quarterbacks, and what's the outcome of that Chiefs and Titans game. Put
Yeah.
put Brady on that team instead of Tannehill. Who wins that game? Titans.
It might be different. It really might be different. It really might, because not that Tannehill played badly. He made some nice throws, but Brady has the X factor in the late in the games, and Mahomes, basically that's what won Mahomes the game, was the X factor late in the games, where he just took over and just like won the game. Brady has that. He's always had it. That's why he has 6 Super Bowls. He wouldn't have
Mahomes. Mahomes willed his team to a win. Yeah.
That's why I always said, God, if Mahomes would have gone to Chicago, we'd already have 2 Super Bowls back to back.
Dude, with the Bears defense and Mahomes dude, come on.
It'd be over, man. It's too late now. It's over. But
I can't believe like I'm still not it blows my mind that you passed on Mahomes and Watson to go to
Dak.
Trubisky. And Dak.
The year before, yeah.
To go to it's just crazy.
Crisco Go Tigers says, I believe Brady plays his final season as a Patriot, then retires after this season. I'm going to push back on that a little bit, because I wish that was the case. Like that's my like I wish was happening, but all reports are suggesting that no, Brady is not done. He does not want to be done.
If he signs with the Patriots, he'll play this year and next year and retire.
Yeah, I agree. If he signs with the Patriots, I agree. That's what
he will play this year.
And this could all be noise. He could just be doing this whole look at me type of thing and trying to get his name in the news in order to make more money. I don't know.
JD, this has been a leverage game from the start. Bill Belichick is trying to leverage Kraft and make him see that Brady's really realistically not, that he's trying to leverage Kraft and tell him that
who have you drafted? That's what he's trying to say to Belichick. He's like, who have you drafted from me? Like, you need to pay me the money that you haven't given other people. Like, if he had a bunch of weapons like a Gronk or an AJ Green, then he'd be like, all right, we'll spread the money around. But he doesn't have those guys. So Brady's like, give it to me.
You want me to throw a sad statistic at you for the Patriots this year? Take a guess at how many catches, JD, the tight ends had for the Patriots.
Probably like
through the whole year,
1/5 as much as they did the year before.
17 games of them. Take a guess.
20.
36 catches throughout the whole year.
Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible.
And only 3 touchdowns.
That's trash. That's unacceptable. So, and that's the thing. Gronk used to open the field up for him. He would get like 10 to 15 touchdowns a year, and now he doesn't have anyone like Gronk.
Respect Gronk so much. They would respect Gronk so much that it would clear the middle of the field out for Edelman. And Edelman in space, when he catches the football, Brady throws. Brady hits him in stride. Edelman's he's very good in open space. Like, it's his thing. But
when is Belichick going to cash out and just get someone for him? Because I think that's what Brady, I was saying earlier, like, I think that's what Brady's waiting for. He's just like, all right, go get someone and then pay me 60 mil to 100 mil and we're good. Don't you think that's what's happening? Or do you think Brady really is just saying, fuck off, I don't want to play in New England?
I think he's trying to leverage it. Bill's trying to leverage it. And then they're both talking to Kraft, and I truly think I think Bill won that battle. I really do, because Kraft would never say Kraft would never. Well, I think Belichick kind of won the war,
Yeah,
because Kraft would never say, JD, and he put this out in the media, and he put it out there, for the major Boston media outlets to hear, that they are going to let Brady test free agency. Like, he said that in a quote to the media.
Maybe he thinks that nobody's going to pay him as much as the Patriots are. Maybe he thinks no one's going to go over 30 mil, and that's the thing Brady has to ask himself is let's say somebody offers him 80, and it's literally 60 mil to 80 mil, but it's the Raiders or it's the Buccaneers and they won $80 million. Is that even smart for him to do that? Because they're going to suck. They're going to be bad anyway, and that'll be a mark on his legacy.
I know. But the biggest question of all, JD, is Brady. It's always been asked, and I think Brady and Belichick want an answer to it as well. And you know what it is? What if
What's that?
It's can they win?
Can you win without me?
Can they win without the other one? Can you win without Tom? Can you win without Bill?
I have a hot take. Actually. No for both of them. The only way Brady wins without him is if Mike Vrabel comes or he goes to Mike Vrabel, or if Josh McDaniels goes with him somewhere. That's the only way. Brady needs someone with a coach who he trusts and he cares about. He can't win without Belichick or one of those two guys. And Belichick, I don't think he's going to do it. I think that you're not going to find a guy like Brady. Like people, you don't build people like that anymore. And I think Belichick has taken him for granted one too many times, honestly. I really do. I think you should have already paid him. And this, we shouldn't be even having Brady watch. It's not even real. It shouldn't be real.
Well, I hear you. And here's the thing. It literally took Brady this long to be like, you know what? I kind of want to get paid. You know, I've taken my discounts for years and years and years now. And you know what? I kind of want to get paid a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly that's exactly what it is. He has been like, you know what? I've been a good soldier. I've done everything you wanted. We got 6 titles for it. I don't owe Kraft nothing. I don't owe his son nothing. I don't owe Belichick nothing. I want respect now. He doesn't even want money. He just wants love. He wants you to say, I think you are important. He wants the fans to know who's the real reason why they won the Super Bowls. That's what he wants. Because people do say, oh, well, it's just Belichick and Brady's a system quarterback and all this shit. Brady wants to shut that shit down. He wants to shut it down, or he wants the Patriots to shut it down. And so far, they haven't shut it down. So far, Belichick has been like, oh, I don't know, maybe I like him and he's okay or whatever. And it's like, bro, he won you 6 Super Bowls. At some point, you got to lick his boot a little bit. All right? Like, maybe even just pretend to in the media, just for the fans' sake. Because
no, I don't know. But this is the game that they've played for like the last 2 months now, JD. It's you hear like
that's what it is.
Some of this stuff that comes out, like some of the stuff that gets released, like out here, it's like, come on, man, like this was clearly leaked from the Belichick camp, or this is clearly leaked from Brady's camp. You know,
right.
They put little snippets. You know, it's a game, dude. It's a game, and you know, because Belichick knows, you know. Belichick knows the market better than Brady does. I can almost guarantee
chicken with each other. I guarantee you're right about that.
Who's going to flinch? And you know what? Belichick's not afraid. Here's the thing. Here's why I think Belichick's going to ultimately win this argument. Because he just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give 2 flying fucks about that. Like, yeah, bye, see ya. You know, like if you don't. That's Bill's mentality. Like that's Belichick's mentality. Look at what he traded Jamie Collins to the Browns after he screwed up. You know, after he messed up. You know what I mean?
Seymour, like traded him.
But that's what I mean. Like Seymour, he got him out of there too.
Zero fucks.
Zero given. If you serve a purpose with Belichick. And once you get to the end of that purpose, he's pretty good at spotting that and moving on.
And Belichick, I seriously think that this is how it is. This is the dynamic playing out. Belichick has been done with Brady. He just saw Jimmy Garoppolo, the one that got away for him.
He just saw him get the Super Bowl. 1 quarter away from it.
He was like 4 minutes away from a title without Bill Belichick. So he said, all right, well, I was right about that. So he's saying I was right. And Brady's done. So here's 30 mil or get out of here. And Kraft is like, well, maybe we should. And that's why you see the leaks. Oh, well, we're willing to go higher than that because Kraft wants to keep Brady because he loves Brady like a son. And
Yeah.
Brady's saying, "No, you're going to respect me." Yeah, and we've already covered that. Like we already covered Brady's mentality, but I think Belichick is like, "I've been done with you, bro. I've been done with you since you were 39. We
I've
won
been
a Super Bowl
trying to
after I
move
was done
on.
with you."
Belichick's had the mentality. I've been trying for 3 years
Yes,
to set this team up for the next 10, and you're not letting me.
yes, and Kraft is not letting him. I think I have a few more articles, but yeah, I agree with you. It's not. It's not. I think here. I'm gonna bring up the. I'm gonna bring up this other one that I found earlier, but so here's something if I want. Okay. But I'm pulling it up right now. It's we already talked about the Titans. I think you agreed with me that the Titans are probably the best fit outside the Patriots for him. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it gives him the best chance to. I think it gives him the best chance to win. Yeah. Yep.
Um. Oops. I think that's. So here's okay. We already covered that, but well, okay. It says Bears fans split over the idea. So I am too.
You got it. You
I'm
want me to pull
split
it
over
up?
this idea right here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, by Brian Perez of Sports Chicago. So him coming to this is like the last, I guess, scenario we can go over. I guess we can keep talking about it. What's up, everybody in the chat? Elias, Bulldog, shout out. Sports Reaction, shout out all you guys. Crisco. So this article here, Bears fans split over the idea. So if he signed with Chicago, so I don't think it's realistic for a couple of reasons.
You're getting him as a 2-year rental. That's it.
Yeah, in hopes that Trubisky pans out in that time. That's like seriously what you're doing if you get Tom Brady, and you're hoping you win the Super Bowl in the process.
Yep.
I like the Derek Carr situation. I'll entertain this for a second. How would you feel if we took your quarterback from you? And do you think that the Bears would have a chance to win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady?
Fuck the Bears.
I don't know how I feel.
No, I'm just
Fuck the
Bears. no,
what
I'm
if
just
he ended up on there? We'll give you a draft pick for him.
Oh yeah, thanks. Well,
second rounder.
Compensatory pick, right?
Yes. Only if we win a Super Bowl.
The Bears are interesting because they do have. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, JD, but you guys do have some cap space. You do have some cap space available
for a quarter. Yeah, with the new CBA, we'll be able to afford probably. We could probably match the Patriots. So I don't think it's realistic because if he's leaving the Patriots, he's going to leave for more money, I would imagine, than 60 mil.
Yeah.
So I don't think we could go above the Patriots.
I know you guys.
We could
match. I know the Bears have a little bit of wiggle room, but I don't think they have like a huge amount of money to throw at them.
Yeah, we can't match like probably the Buccaneers or maybe even the Raiders, but we could probably match the Patriots at 60 mil.
Yeah. You would have to really convince him to go there, I think.
This poll here says that Bears fans on Twitter, over 1,000 voted, and 51%, only 51% said no. They do not want Brady to come to Chicago. So,
well, I think they're thinking long term, where it's like if you sign him, you're giving yourself a 2-year window, and you're selling out for 2 years.
And it's I don't know. I don't know about Brady in Chicago. I think I just brought it up because it was kind of like the next on the list, but I think that the Titans that's where I think the ideal fit is. That's where I'm at. You said Chargers and Titans.
If he goes to the Chargers, then if Brady goes to the Chargers, then I think McDaniels goes with him. I think McDaniels would go with him. McDaniels would be the head coach. Brady would be the quarterback. They would work in tandem. If he goes there, if he goes to the Titans, then McDaniels. If he goes to the Titans, then McDaniels is staying put in New England.
I think that would be, honestly, McDaniels and Brady, I think, would be the best. outside of New England. So if they
That,
could get,
like
I
like
think your fantasy idea would be the best idea
yeah,
for him, for
you
Brady.
send him. They would they would go in a package deal to the Chargers.
That's interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting. So what do you guys think in the comments? I want to know in the chat, where is your number one spot for Brady? Where do you think he belongs outside of New England?
I'll be curious to know what they think too. Where do you guys think Brady ends up?
Read some
Pat,
of
right
these
here, man.
comments.
You can't really see it. It's a bad angle, but there it is. The fresh
Some of
tattoo.
this. He said, I believe. Okay, no, we already read that one. Said, okay, this. He said, why not the Lions? Well, the Lions apparently the Lions have a love fest with Matt Stafford. That's what I've heard. The most rumors. They're obsessed.
Yeah,
they won't even draft Tua.
Yeah.
So
I read something along the lines where upper management likes Stafford a lot, and I don't think they're going to be willing to
disrespect him.
That. Yeah. Pat says he doesn't think he's going the Cowboys, and I'm going to agree with Pat there too. Pat 1984. Yep, he's definitely not going the Cowboys.
I don't think either.
Yeah, they're all in on Dak.
That's, you know what that is. That started with Michael Irvin talking about it on Michael Irvin rather on NFL Network. He started talking about it. He was babbling off like, "Oh, he should go to the Patriots," and then a bunch of people wrote articles about it, and then it became just a stupid thing. I don't think it's going to happen at all.
So Pat says Brady is done with the Colt, going to either Cali or Florida. Yeah. Yep. That's it. I don't know though, Pat. Like I said, my two teams, Pat, were the Chargers and the Titans I think were the two best fits. So one right. LA and then
I was going to say, I found this article from Tampa Bay. Here, I'm going to pull this up real quick. Yeah, so
Tampa Bay.
You just said Florida. Yeah, Tampa Bay. This is actually a blog, Bucs Nation blog. It says the Jolly Roger Bucs are one of the three teams to quote go after Tom Brady. So I didn't even think of the Buccaneers. I really didn't at all. So we've heard a lot of random points from various outlets suggesting that the Buccaneers will go after free agent quarterback Tom Brady. We'll go after any free agent quarterback, rather. So will he be in the running for Tom Brady? Why it can happen? It says, just basically saying he's a good quarterback. That's why it won't happen. Brady's age. See, that's where I'm at. I don't think it'll happen because why would Brady? Philip Rivers goes to the Buccaneers. Am I wrong to say that? What do you think about that?
Rivers to the Bucs might actually fit,
because he lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Already. I think I see LA before I see the Kobe Memorial is very sad, Brayton. But I think that I agree with you. It's either LA, Tennessee, or New England. And
those are the three. It's and
Bucks are not
each of them they're completely different motives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, the Chargers. The Chargers are he would go to LA. The biggest reason to go to LA would be to build his brand on the side of playing football. You know what I mean?
It would be like a LeBron James type of situation.
I was just going to say
one more.
Same thing. Yeah. The same reason why LeBron went to the Lakers, to not only play on a good team, but to build a brand for after he gets done with basketball.
And now, you know what? Now that you're saying the McDaniels thing, the more I thought about it, the more it baked in my head. That really, I really am behind that now. Like McDaniels should be the head coach for the Chargers. I really think he should.
I'm telling you, dude. Like it
just only makes sense. It just only makes sense. Like not that they haven't had some success with their coach now. I'm blanking on his name, but I think Lynn, isn't it Anthony Lynn? Something like that.
Anthony Lynn, yeah.
They've had some success with him, but if you're gonna go after Brady, if you're not going after Brady, whatever, just keep Lynn. But if you're going after Brady, you gotta get McDaniels because you'll get everything out of the coaching staff that you got in New England with McDaniels. You really will. You'll get all of the versatility on offense, and the only thing you have to worry about now is defense. Draft high for
Yep.
defense, and you'll have all the offensive. So the more that bakes, the more I like it. Definitely.
That's what I mean. So and McDaniels is really the one that, like, it's not really Belichick. It's McDaniels that challenges. Yeah. It's McDaniels and Brady that
wins Super Bowls.
But that's what I mean. The two of them work well, tandemly for the offense. You see them every time on the sidelines talking to one another. It's like they're the ones that kind of, like, it's almost like Belichick just says, "All right, Tom. All right, Josh. Here's our game plan.
Take over.
Here's our game plan for the week. This is where, this defense is weak. Go attack it." And he trusts them to just do it.
For the last 15 years, all of the most successful seasons that Brady's had, he had with McDaniels. When Bill O'Brien it wasn't as good. It was all right, but it wasn't as good. I think he had one good season. And then McDaniels comes back, and all of a sudden they win 3 Super Bowls in like 6 years. So that's what McDaniels, he is Brady's buddy, basically. It was Charlie Weiss, right? Am I right about that? Charlie Weiss?
Yeah.
And then
it was Charlie Weiss at first, back when they first started winning.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then eventually it turned into McDaniels, and he's been through basically all of 2010s, all of the 2010 success that Brady has had can also be given to McDaniels as success too. Like, they shared that success for sure. So I agree with you now. Like, yeah, McDaniels makes perfect sense. Because, you're stealing Belichick's protege if you get McDaniels on your team. So I 100% agree. But anyway, that's pretty much all the teams that I think are even viable right now. And this is a good episode for an initial episode of Brady Watch. I have to keep my eyes open for all the new news that comes out every day. It feels like something else drops. Was a success. Brady Watch was a success.
It was
very success. Well, it's still going. So I want to read some of these comments. He said, Elias says Brady could go to the Chargers or Raiders. Yeah, seems to be, honestly, it seems more likely that he goes. Like, let's rank our most likely teams. Right now, you've convinced me that it's the Chargers is number 1 over the New England Patriots. I think it's the Chargers, then the Patriots, then the Titans, then the Raiders. That's what I think.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Pats, Chargers, Titans. That's how I'll go.
So you're still convinced he's coming back, and this is all horseplay.
It's all money driven. They already owe him. So here's my reasoning why he's coming back. Right? They already, whether he leaves or not, his cap hits $13 million. Right?
Oh, that's right. You did bring that up earlier. That's true.
So
they already have to pay for a quarterback.
You already got to pay him 13. It doesn't matter what he does. You already got to pay him 13. You
can almost minus that 13 from the offer anyway. Just like
so. Here's what I'm saying, right? Good. So here's what I'm saying. Here's my thing with it. You already got to pay him 13, and like really good quarterbacks in this league are making 25. You know what I mean? 25 to 29.
Yeah, absolutely.
So call it 25. So what's like 25 and 13 is, you know what I mean? Like, do the, so it's like, do the math. It's 30. Like, you might as well just pay him. You might as well just pay him. Because
you might as well.
So I think that's the reasoning there. Cause it's, there's not, the gap from what you owe him to like what a good quarterback is, you know what I'm saying? It's that. So that's my reasoning why I think they're just going to pony up and pay him.
This article that I just got for you in the queue there, I 100% agree. And I think that it hinges. The article says right here, the the signing, the basically that Tom Brady, that his return to New England, like I was saying, it requires them to sign a good tight end and a good receiver.
Yep.
And right here is the potential guys that they can get. So we got Amari Cooper, AJ Green. We'll keep going down. Who do you think they should get?
I would like to see them try and steal Hunter Henry from the Chargers, but I think the Chargers are going to franchise tag Hunter Henry to kind of blackball any other team from signing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if Danny
Amendola is available.
Yeah, but I don't know how much he's got left in the tank at this point.
Tyler Eifert's available. Yeah, you said Hunter Henry. He's only 25. Wow, you can give him a big Eric Ebron is available.
So but here's the thing: if you pay Brady that much money, right? If you pay Brady that much money, what's up, good old Pete? What's up, man?
What up, Pete? What up? Next meme.
If you pay him that, pay Brady that much, it's like like you're gonna lose out on others. You're gonna lose out in other places. You gotta. It's a fine line because Brady's got to understand. Okay, Tom, you want to stay in New England, then, and you want, he can't have his cake and eat it too. You say for us to keep you, Tom, you need all these weapons, or you want more weapons. Well, you see what the cap space is. We can't pay you $36 million, $37 million, and then go out and sign a tight end, a top tier tight end and receiver. We can't do that.
Do you think the media leaks for the Patriots offering him $60 million, do you think that was for Tom? Because everything happens for a reason in the media, especially. Do you think that leak was for Tom? To basically say hey, by the way, we would give you a bunch of money. We will break the bank a little bit for you. Or is that to basically manipulate the fans into saying, hey, we're offering him money, but he won't take it?
You hit it right. That's the organization putting the responsibility for leaving on
him. They're basically saying if you leave, it's on you. We tried to keep you.
Yep, we tried to keep you.
That's how I took
it. It's pandering to Pat's Nation. Look, guys, we tried to keep him. We offered him. I'm telling you this. You know what it is, JD.
It is what it is. Yeah, that's exactly.
It's reading between the lines. It's pandering to the fan base.
That's Belichick's camp. That's Belichick talking.
It's pandering to the fan base. Belichick probably told Kraft to say this, how to word everything. So because it's cover your own ass mode, JD. Come on, man. It's cover your own ass in this situation.
It is for the fans.
And then you see all the tweets from Brady and all the stuff from Tom. He's trying to make it look like he really wants to play in New England, but they're not. They're not showing. They're not showing me any, quote unquote. They're not showing me any respect. But it's all a freaking game.
They're fighting for your heart. They're fighting for your heart, Bobby. That's what they're doing. They're fighting for your heart, the New England's heart, the New England sports fans' heart.
Well, that's what I mean. They don't want to. They're trying. In my opinion, they're preparing the fan base just in case he leaves.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
What it is. It's just in case, guys. We offered him this big amount of money, and he didn't take it. So it's not our fault. We tried.
Exactly. I want to ask the chat something again. I want to ask you guys. So, which one of these? I showed you a couple of these free agents. Which one of these free agents, or other free agents, or other assets, do you think the Patriots need to keep Brady? That's who would you want? I like AJ. Excuse me. I like AJ Green. I also like Hunter Henry, like you said.
I would not. If I found out AJ Green was flying here from Cincinnati, I would radio Logan International and tell them to reroute that freaking plane somewhere else.
You don't want him just because he gets hurt?
No, I don't. I would literally reroute that plane to another damn city and say, you play here now. No. No.
Why? You don't want a guy who can.
I am 100% out on AJ Green. I don't want that dude anywhere near this team. No.
Why?
Hunter Henry, absolutely. I'll take Hunter Henry.
Do you think AJ Green's like a drama? He's a drama.
No, he's quote. Who says I love playing for the Cincinnati Bengals? You need your head examined if you say that.
Well, he probably just loves whoever signs his paychecks. I mean, honestly, like I would probably say the same thing. I'd be like, oh yeah, who's giving me $20 million? Oh yeah, I love them.
AJ Green needs his head inspected if he said that. Like somebody send that dude to a shrink immediately.
I mean, he probably just wants more money from them. He probably doesn't want them to, I don't know, do anything stupid. But I guess, I don't really have any other articles to bring up besides that right now, at least. But I was gonna say, do you think it's disrespectful? Really quick before we close out or anything, do you think it's disrespectful for Gruden and Mayock to be entertaining, like Brady? Do you think it's disrespectful to Derek Carr? I brought this point up earlier in another one of my videos. Like, I think it's incredibly disrespectful.
Well, I mean, to Derek, that says like, well, what's the matter, guys? Like it's he's got to be like WTF, dude? Like seriously,
70% completion. Like, what else do you want?
Well, that's what I mean, and it's like, so yeah, like he's got to be saying like, what do I got to do for you guys to keep me here? I mean, you know, that's like I don't know if it's disrespectful, but I would be like, dude, like, come on. Like if I was Carr, I'd be like, come on, man, like. You're really doing this? You're really going to entertain this when I'm 10 years younger than he is? Like I would be a little mad if I was Derek Carr.
Yeah, I would be too. Good old Pete, to respond to my question, he said Sony Michel will be my guy. So a running back, they're good. Tight end is a mixed bag. O-line, maybe an upgrade. I don't know how good the O-line is. How good do you think the O-line is for the Patriots?
Shitty. Is that a grade? Can we?
That's a grade.
Well,
shitty's a grade.
Well. So they lost their Trent Brown was incredible for them, right?
Yeah,
really good when he before. So they lost him. You know what I mean? He played it. He was one of the best left tackles in the game. You know when they had him, Trent Brown, and then they lost David Andrews. You know for the year after like the second game with the blood clots in his lungs. So. They had a lot of issues on the line. They had a lot of issues and a lot of like stuff come up that just really affected the O-line play, and they had to deal with Marshall Newhouse for most of the year while Isaiah Wynn was still hurt. You know what I mean? So it's they struggled. Their O-line struggled last year. And
how much did Wynn help when he came back?
He did okay. I think Wynn's going to be okay, but I do think they need to draft a left tackle. I don't think Isaiah Wynn is big enough to be a left tackle. I think they should shift him inside to guard because that's what he played in college.
I think that I heard it on Colin Cowherd, the radio show or whatever, that that Brady doesn't want them to draft another quarterback in the first round, that he wants him to draft like an offensive lineman or a tight end or something like that. But they think that the Patriots are going to get a quarterback either in the first or second round. That could be, honestly, they could seriously be playing this game until early training camp. This could go out for this Brady watch could be a long time now that we've gotten this far.
They're gonna stretch this out until they absolutely have to make a decision. Because I truly think, I mean, JD, like you tell me, dude. I don't think Brady's got the guts to go to another team. I don't. I really don't. I don't think he's got the nuts to do it. I don't think he's got the balls to go to another team.
I think this is all posturing.
Yes. Yeah. To be honest, yeah. I really don't think he's going to leave. I just. Here's why would you? Why would you leave? You know, why would you leave?
It seems to be all about ego.
Money's the only money and building a brand. money and building a brand are the only reasons why you would leave, you know?
Yes. I mean, well, I agree with that, but I also think that it's possible that Brady doesn't think that the offense is viable enough for him to
To win.
to
To
win
win.
right now. Yeah. And that's why, especially if they draft, like that's why I even said that it could last a long time, because even if they draft if they spend any of their draft picks on something that Brady doesn't like, that could factor into the decision. If he doesn't like the first round pick that they get, if they draft a quarterback with the first round pick, or they draft something he doesn't need, like a defensive whatever, something that Belichick wants that he doesn't need, then Brady could be like, well, you know what? Screw you. You really don't care about keeping me, do you? All of these things make a difference. The free agency, trades, all of them, everything makes a difference in this case for him to come back.
Yeah, Pete says the same thing. He said, why would you spend your entire career in Massachusetts for one team and then go 1 to 2 years elsewhere and win nothing?
Yeah,
you know, what,
that's, you very well could win nothing with
but that's what I mean. Like, why
the
would you run
simple.
that risk? Why would you run that risk? Like, it's just not worth it to me. It's not worth, like, unless Brady is so hell bent on getting paid, but like that's never been his attitude. When has he put money over winning? Like, never.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if he actually is. I think I kind of agree with you about the fact that
Dude,
this is all posturing.
it's a dick measuring contest. That's all this
It's just
is.
a dick measuring contest.
It is. Like,
Everyone's pulling out the penis and a ruler, and they're deciding, you know,
well,
who mattered more.
well, it's that's all. It's all like it's all this crap, all these little leaks, all this. Oh, like all the posturing, all the little snippets you hear from both sides coming out. It's all posturing. It's a game. It's a giant game of chicken, is what it is.
Pete says if the Pats could get a George Kittle 2.0, I mean, yeah, if. I mean, if you could draft, or if you could trade
But
the
the
Lions
the
for
only
TJ
the,
Hawkinson, maybe.
the problem with that is that you actually have
What's
to
up?
draft low in the draft, and the
Yes.
Patriots win too much to do that.
Yes, yeah, I agree with you that they
They win too much to do
yeah,
that, so they can't pick these guys.
I don't even know which quarterback, because I don't know which quarterback even would end up being drafted by the Patriots, or if they even go with an offensive weapon early on. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what the Patriots are going to target for the. Oh yeah. Let me ask you this for probably like one of the final questions of the night. Um, do you think, like,
Yeah,
let's say,
like, so this will probably be one of our, yeah, let's I think we're pretty good to wrap it up
want to
there.
wrap up this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good episode. We can probably pick it up whenever we got some more articles to talk about, basically. But my final question for you would be then, if, like, hypothetically, if they do move on from Brady, if they just say, all right, Brady, we're done with you, we offered you 60 mil, that's as much as we're going, and he says no and he moves on to another team, do you think Sudfeld or a rookie will be able to bring this team to win the division, or how good do you think that team could be under just Belichick?
I mean, that's the $1 million question, though, dude. Is can Belichick find the next guy? You know, I don't. I haven't seen Sudfeld or any of these. I haven't seen. Um,
It feels like Belichick
I
wants
haven't
to
seen.
find out.
I haven't seen any of these kids enough to, not even Sudfeld, but like the like I haven't seen we haven't seen Brady's backups enough to make any type of a decision on him. Like, we don't even know. Like, we have that until we see like a full season or even two. It's just too hard to call. Like, it's I don't even know. Like, it.
And is
I,
McDaniels coming back too? I wonder if I really
That's
wonder if
another
you're
thing
right.
too. Is McDaniel's going to be willing to wait, and stay? Is he going to be willing to wait Belichick out? Who knows that question either? You know,
I don't think Belichick wants that. I think Kraft might, but I think that Kraft is going to respect Belichick enough to let him go out on his own terms.
and to be quite honest, I don't
So
trust McDaniel's as a head coach. No,
I do.
no, I
I
have
do.
no. As an offensive coordinator, phenomenal, great. He calls great games. He very rarely. There's a couple of spots where he'll try and get too cute, and Bill will be like, knock it off, Josh. Like, stick to the
Yeah.
plan there, bro. You know.
Yeah.
But
I've seen
outside
it.
of that, McDaniel's calls pretty good, solid games. But I don't trust him as a head coach. I don't think he's good with. I think he's good with just staying in his lane and focusing on one direction. The offense.
See, I'll push back on that a little bit. I do agree that he wasn't as like when he was with the Broncos, when he was the head coach of the Broncos, he wasn't as there was definitely something missing there. You could tell like it was not the Patriots. It was like an off-brand Patriots. It was like when you go to the store and you want Cheetos, but you get like cheese puffs and stuff, and it's like some off-brand. That's what it felt like with McDaniel's in Denver. It was like the off-brand Patriots. Now, do I think that with Brady that it could be a good off-brand? Yeah, it could be a tasty off-brand, and like I don't know what a good example is, but you know what I'm saying. It could turn into something good. But when you have Tim Tebow and Jay Cutler or Kyle Orton, I think there's going to be something left wanting. But I think that obviously they went to the playoffs. They won a playoff game. He has a playoff win as a head coach, so there's that with Tebow, for God's sake. So I mean, he's not the worst head coach. There's worse head coaches out there, but I'm with you. Anyway, so Nate Sudfeld, you just don't know. You're like coin flip. That's your opinion. The final verdict.
I just, I don't even
I'm gonna look at the Patriots quarterbacks.
I just, like I said, we haven't seen any of them.
Cody Kessler.
I haven't seen any of them in any type of a volume.
Brady set himself up for leverage.
Look at the
by getting rid of Jimmy G.
Look at the backup quarterbacks we have. Look at them. They're like none of them have played like.
Or Stidham, not Sudfeld. They keep calling him Sudfeld.
Yeah,
his name's Stidham. Sorry.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know his damn name.
It's Stidham, yeah. Stid the kid.
Stid the kid. Do you think the kid will get him 9 wins?
Like I said, we haven't seen him in any type of a volume. So I don't even think Bill really knows what he has in him yet. Until he plays a full season and Bill gets to see him under pressure situations. I don't even think Bill really knows what he has.
I tend to agree.
And Brady's preventing him from doing that too.
Yeah, Brady doesn't by getting rid of Garoppolo, he hamstrung Belichick, and Belichick knew it. So there was a growing animosity there for sure. But yeah, this has been a good episode. I appreciate you having me on, man. This has been pretty chill. I'm glad we got through pretty much every topic that exists, and I'm sure that with Brady watch, this is a lot like Favre watch of the late 2000s, where Favre was kind of like, oh, where's he going to be? Is he going to be in this jersey, this jersey, this jersey? This is what we're going to have to keep.
But then again, Favre did come back to the Favre. Don't forget, Favre did come back to the Vikings to give the Packers the finger.
Yeah, man. I mean, Brady could end up going on. I don't know about the Jets, Bills.
Well, no. I'm just saying he could go to a different team, right? It doesn't even. He could go to a different team just to give Belichick the finger.
he sounds like he wants to.
You
It
know?
sounds like he wants to, and that is why we have Brady Watch. It is exciting. It really is. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like, and it's only going to ramp up more and more, dude, as we get closer to to the open of free agency.
It will, especially with the draft too. So there's probably gonna be like 30 episodes of Brady Watch. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Episode 1 out of the next however many it takes to figure this out.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot. So stay tuned to this, guys. Make sure you hit that bell on Bobby's on Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk, and make sure you check out my channel if you want some interesting other. We got like Bears talk, basketball in general. We got all types of stuff on that. But anyway,
Yeah,
yeah, Brady Watch
if
is
you
legit.
guys like if you guys like the NBA and like not really a specific team, but NBA in general, and or if you're a fan of Luka Doncic, check out JD's channel,
I'm
because
definitely a stan.
I think he's the I think he could pretty much say he's the leader of the Luka Doncic fan club.
Well, here's the thing with Luka is like I am so with Luka. I'm not a Mavericks fan at all, like whatsoever. It's kind of like when next meme. Yes, Pete, that's right. I got been way too long. But with Luka Doncic, man, like it's kind of like when people become a LeBron fan or a Michael Jordan fan or a Kobe fan. I'm a Luka fan, like or a Giannis fan. Like I'm not a Dallas fan. I'm a Bulls fan. But man, like I cannot help but watch Luka pretty much every night he's on. So it's fun.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good, man. But anyway, but that's so if you like I will put my dude's link to his channel, guys, in the description box after we end this. I'll link his channel so you guys can go and sub him up and check his channel out. He does a lot of good reviews. The guy's a wealth of sports knowledge. He knows more than I will ever know of anything. I know a lot about I know a lot about the Patriots and the Boston sports, but JD encompasses everything. He doesn't just do the Chicago sports. He does all, everything outside of it as well.
I love to rant. That's why I switched my channel name to JD Rants, because those are all my most popular videos are just me ranting and stuff. So hell yeah, but it's fun,
good.
I appreciate you bringing me on.
Good.
I appreciate that. Yours obviously is the best. It's like the best play-by-play. It's great play-by-play. Obviously, I know a lot of people do a great job, but especially with Boston talk. Like, if you want Boston play-by-play, you gotta go. You gotta be on the Butcher's Block for sure. That's the place.
All right, JD. Once again, guys, we thank y'all for watching. This was Brady Watch episode 1. So we covered, the teams that we thought that Brady's going to end up. We gave you a little information on each team. There's not too many out there. So if you missed out, you can always watch it back and check out which team, if any of them are you guys' team. We laid them out for you, and we talked about the good, points for and points against for each of them. But once again, guys, this was Brady Watch 2020 episode 1. Thank you all for watching. JD and the Butcher, we are out, guys. Peace. See ya.